been gone too long. Tired of the day, cut through the haze. Truth ain't a weapon, it's a light, it's a blaze. Tired of the day, won't let it decay. Dodging the shadows, truth finds its way. Ink drips, red facts bleed on a paper. Voices crack, truths lost in the vapor. Fingers point at phantoms in the room. Tell me, Tyler, do we stand or assume? Tired of the day, cut through the haze. Truth ain't a weapon, it's a light, it's a blaze. Tired of the day, won't let it decay. Dodging the shadows, truth finds its way. Tempo shifts, heartbeats stutter, lies crack like glass they mutter. Hands on the clock, ticking slow, ticking fast. Tyler, don't let the truth be the past. Tyler, the day, cut through the haze. Truth ain't a weapon, it's a light, it's a blaze. Tyler, the day, won't let it decay. Dodging the shadows, truth finds its way.
Good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? I don't know about you guys, but I had to play a song that gets us pumped up, you know? I rolled out of bed, and I heard the street sweeper outside, and then I immediately said, oh, crap, because I was parked on the street. And if you don't know, but you can't park on the street when street sweepers are coming through your neighborhood in a lot of areas. So I almost got a ticket, but it's fine. I avoided the ticket. We're good. The only issue is I had to push my car into the driveway because it decided it didn't want to start. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun, but we'll figure that out. It's okay. I will get that figured out. I know Shitty Gov, you asked for a white pill, but the white pill is that I didn't get a ticket. But then you get followed up with a black pill, and my car didn't start. And it's nothing to do with the battery, which is even worse. So, yeah, we'll figure that out though. We'll figure that out. I'll get that fixed soon. Just something that scared me this morning. Let's see. I want to look, because I looked for my news pretty early yesterday, so I feel like we should look through some of the news articles today. But how are you guys doing today? Hey yo, what's up, guys? Guys, it's a new month, so if you could kindly, please, just type something in the chat, maybe drop an emoji or something. I see Shitty Gov's already in there, Boosh, Bach, Tinkerer, Son of Wiggum. What's up, everybody? That doesn't exist for me. They just go around everyone. Now snowplows, you're screwed. No, where I live, on the first and third Wednesday of every month, you have to park on your lawn or on your driveway. They don't care. You will have to pay a $40 ticket if you don't. So it is what it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, here let's do, we could talk about that one. That'd be a good story. I want to look for more articles. Let's try not the B. Not the B. Do not the B. Come on, computer. My computer is loading slow today. Mr. Computer. Is it my computer being slow or is it my Wi-Fi being slow? That's what I need to know. Oh, man. Okay, I think it's my Wi-Fi. Oh, my dog is barking. Why is my dog barking? Yeah, it's just being weird. Okay. Oh, yep. We'll talk about that. And let's see. Um. Okay, that's an interesting story. All right, let's not look for more stories. I'm gonna have too many stories. We'll save some of these for tomorrow. Let's go with this one though. Let's go with this one. All right, I want to start with this one. Blame the internet. It is probably my fault. Oh, it's Son of Wiggum's fault. Okay, well, Son of Wiggum, I order you to drop all the emojis in the chat. That is your that is how you repent. The only way. It's the only way, Son of Wiggum. Every one of my emojis, you got to type all of them. Not individually. You can do them all in one if you want. Oh no, he's gonna do individually. Oh no, he's going them through one by one. You can do them all in one message. Okay. Anyway, let's jump to the first story. Let's go over here. You asked for this. I did ask for that. Oh man, the whole thing is broken. I'm all flustered this morning. All freaking flustered. Okay, there's that, and then I don't even have my ad placement up. Hang on, we'll just copy pasta that real quick. Why do I even have an ad placement over here? That doesn't quite make sense. When am I gonna read an ad over an article? Why would I do that? That doesn't quite make sense. Guys, does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. There. Either way, I fixed it. Okay. Why do some of them show up but others don't? Oh, you mean up here? I have no idea. I hope the fish shows up. Did the fish show up? Yeah, the fish showed. I don't know. I don't know what determines that or not. Anyway, so I was extremely excited when I saw this. I was super excited when I saw this because I love Steven Crowder when he does these sorts of things. They make for great conversation. This is one of my... him doing this is actually one of my introductions into the world of politics. One of the first, political things I started watching was Change My Mind from Steven Crowder. What? Hang on. I just got an email from YouTube. Hi, Tyler. It looks like... Why do people become transgender? Reason 3 out of 3 didn't follow community guidelines to help keep our community safe. We removed it from YouTube. What we found, we think your content didn't follow our hate speech policy. Cites hatreds against individuals or groups based on their protected group status. Isn't allowed on YouTube. This may include dehumanization using slurs or stereotypes, inferiority claims and or conspiracy theories. We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content on case-by-case basis, limited exceptions. You can see example... What? First, second in? Yeah, sure. Continue to studio. Hang on, now I'm interested. What did it remove? It's not going to show me? I think that got me a strike on my channel. No, this is just a warning. We find violations. Guys, I'm getting yelled at by YouTube for a transgender video I did. It's saying at the first second that I started breaking their policy. I don't think so. Usually at the beginning I have music. I have music or my intro song. So what are you talking about, YouTube? Oh, wait. Wait, is it talking about my old channel? Hold on. Now I'm confused. Hang on. Hang on. I want to figure this out. Let's see. If I go to YouTube, is it on my other account? Is that what happened? Go. Yep. Let's go over here. Channel. Is it this account? Guys, I got hit by YouTube for something, and I don't know. It's not telling me which account. What account did I violate? I have an old YouTube channel. I'm wondering if it's that one. Is it this one? No. I'm so confused. I got an email from YouTube saying that I got a video taken down, and then I go to YouTube Studio, and it's not telling me anything. Okay. YouTube's just trying to get me off my game, guys. Piss off, YouTube. Exactly. Just like Steven Crowder says, piss off, YouTube. They're just trying to get me off my game. That's what it is. I'm surprised I've been allowed to use the music I've been using on my vids. Yeah. Okay, shitty guy. That's the first I've seen those put together. That's interesting. Hey, I don't know if I might have to disavow that one, shitty guy. That could be misinterpreted. But piss off, YouTube. Sweep it under the rug. Sweep it under the rug. Let's start over. Good thing I didn't get into the story yet. Let's see. I was looking at my email and anyway. But yeah, no. This is how I first got into like politics. This is like the first content I started consuming in the world of politics was Steven Crowder's Changed My Mind. So I'm really excited to see that he's bringing it back. I hope for his success. I hope for his safety. Obviously, you know, with recent events, Charlie Kirk, and other attacks that we've seen, I do worry about him doing this. But you know, we can't retreat from these areas. So we have this from the Post Millennial. Breaking. Steven Crowder relaunches Change My Mind at Southern Methodist University. Come out like the civil, rational Americans you are, and show the world that they can't silence us all. Absolutely. Steven Crowder is once again launching his Change My Mind, where he goes to college campuses, writes a statement on a board for a tabling event, and then debates students wanting to change his mind. Steven Crowder has made an announcement on social media on Tuesday and followed it up with the announcement with a clip of him taking a seat at the Change My Mind table at Southern Methodist University. The sign of Crowder's return of Change My Mind featured the phrase, "The left is violent, change my mind." Beautiful day for a discussion. Let's check it out. So here they are walking to the table. Hell yeah. He's got a lot of security. That is a lot of security. And they have a car right behind. Wow. Yeah, it looks like he's ready. He's prepared. They've got a car on standby. They have multiple security guards. Doesn't look like they're really letting people behind him. Change My Mind is back today at 11 a.m. Southern Methodist University, Dallas, Texas, Drive, Smith Health Center backyard. I had to keep this under wraps for security reasons, but I can't wait to get back out there. Come out like the civil, rational Americans that you are, and show the world that they can't silence us all, Crowder wrote. And then here's the tweet. Today, 11 a.m., Southern Methodist University, Change My Mind. And then he's using his original Change My Mind from way back when. He's using the meme. The leftists who've celebrated the violence against our own these last weeks, they want us isolated, alone, and afraid. But we don't have to be alone. We don't have to be isolated. And while we've all been afraid lately, we don't have to let the fear conquer us. God bless, and I'll see you here at 11 a.m. So that should have gone live this morning before I went live, because he goes off Eastern time. So this should have gone live about an hour ago. I will definitely be checking this out today. So I'll give my thoughts on that tomorrow and stuff. The relaunch of Change My Mind comes after the assassination of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, who was shot in the neck while he was speaking at Utah Valley University. Crowder was one of the people who originally went to college campuses in the fashion of debate that Kirk also adopted, engaging students while sitting down at a table on different political topics. The segment conducted by Crowder on college campuses has also became a meme after he was seated behind the sign in February 2018. Other conservative speakers, such as Ben Shapiro, has similarly vowed to keep visiting college campuses after Kirk was assassinated. So yeah, guys, I highly encourage you go and check out Steven Crowder's Change My Mind. I love every single one of the episodes of Change My Mind. They're always absolute bangers. They make for great conversation, and it's always interesting to see what the other side has in terms of arguments. Oh yeah, Son of Wiggum said, yeah, I was watching it. Yeah, no, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Like I said, all the Change My Minds are typically really good, so I look forward to checking that out as soon as the show's done today. We'll take a peek at that. Well, I say but we should all go look at it. Just go look at it individually. I don't want to do a react to it because I don't want to take views or anything from it. I want everyone to go and watch the original. And I'll give my thoughts on it tomorrow and stuff like that. But super cool that he's gone back out there. And just like he said, we can't let the left force us to retreat from these spaces. Obviously, violence is at an all-time high in terms of political violence, but we can't retreat from these areas. If they wanna choose to get violent, then let them get violent. Defend yourself and get them on camera. Let the world see who they are. It's Art Tyler. What? Just a joke. The feds watching can chill out. Yeah, all the feds be watching me, brother. YouTube sounds like a black pill coming. Nah, we're good. We're good. YouTube just giving me the business like they typically do. They like to give people the businesses, you know. All right, let's move on back here. All right, what story do I want to jump to next? We got a few stories today. Oh, speaking of YouTube, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this one. They miss you. They want to see you. Yeah, your feds want to see you. Your feds want to see you, brother. I have fucking hiccups now. This is bullshit. Quick, help me get past one of my goals. Jump scare me. I need some. Let's do the 1,000 followers. Can like 140 of you follow real quick? Thanks, appreciate it. Anyway, let's jump to this next story. I didn't do nothing. Oh, well, that's what they all say. Well, shitty gov, if you have nothing to hide, then there shouldn't be any problem with me searching through all of your belongings and personal records. If you have nothing to hide, no, you didn't do anything wrong. You should let me look through all your things, right? Anyway. All right, let's jump to this next story. Since we were talking about YouTube and them giving me the business, looks like Donald Trump gave them the business. We have this from the Associated Press. Looks like YouTube to pay $24.5 million to settle lawsuit over Trump's account suspension after January 6th attack. What happened? Google's YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a lawsuit President Donald Trump brought after the video site suspended his account following the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol, following the election that resulted in him leaving the White House for 4 years. The settlement of more than the settlement of the more than 4-year-old case earmarks $22 million for Trump to contribute to the trust for the National Mall and a construction of White House ballroom. According to court documents filed Monday, the remaining $2.5 million will be paid to other parties involved in the case, including the writer Naomi Wolf and the American Conservative Union. Alphabet, the parent of Google, is the third major technology company to settle a volley of lawsuits that Trump brought for what he alleged had unfairly muzzled him after his first term as president ended in January 2021. He filed a similar case as Facebook parent Meta Platforms and Twitter before it was bought by billionaire Elon Musk in 2022 and rebranded as X. I don't know why they said he filed similar cases. Facebook parent Meta. Okay, yeah, that's such a weird name. And then they include Twitter. And then they say before it was bought by Elon Musk in 2022 and rebranded as X. Now, if I was an idiot, I might think they're saying that Facebook was bought by Elon, but we know that's not true. They just have terrible grammar. Meta agreed to pay $25 million to settle Trump's lawsuit over his 2021 suspension, and Facebook and X agreed to settle the lawsuit that Trump brought against Twitter for $10 million. When the lawsuit against Meta, Twitter, and YouTube were filed, legal experts predicted Trump had little chance of prevailing. Well, weren't they wrong? After buying Twitter for $44.5 billion, Musk later became a major contributor to Trump's successful 2024 campaign that resulted in his reelection, and then spent several months leading a cost-cutting effort that purged thousands of workers from the federal government payroll. Before the two had a bitter falling out, both Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg were among the tech leaders who lined up behind Trump during his second inauguration in January in a show of solidarity that was widely interpreted as a sign of the industry's intention to work more closely with the president than during his first administration. ABC News, meanwhile, agreed to pay $15 million in December toward Trump's presidential library to settle a defamation lawsuit over anchor George Stephanopoulos' inaccurate on-air assertion that the president-elect had been found civilly liable for raping writer E. Jean Carroll. And in July, Paramount decided to pay Trump $16 million to settle a lawsuit regarding editing at CBS storied 60 Minutes news program. So I believe what that case found was sexual assault, which I don't believe that even, but it was not found that he had, raped her, whatever. I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube, but YouTube gave me the business today, so I'll say rape if I want. But he was found civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll. No, he wasn't. He was not. I believe it was sexual assault at most, and they couldn't prove it necessarily, but they ended up ruling in favor of her anyway. I don't think they should have. None of the evidence backs up what she's saying, but what do I know? But absolutely, that's a lie. So people that have ever said that he was found guilty of raping someone, no, he wasn't. He was not. The settlement does not constitute an admission of liability. The filing says Google confirmed that the settlement, but declined to comment beyond it. Google declined to comment for the reasons on the reasons for the settlement, but Trump's YouTube account has been restored since 2023. The settlement The settlement will barely dent Alphabet. Okay, I don't know why you added is. Who the hell wrote this today? It'll apparently put a dent in Alphabet, which has a market value of nearly $3 trillion, an increase of about $600 billion, or 25% since Trump's return to the White House. The disclosure of the settlement came a week before a scheduled October 6th court hearing to discuss the case with U.S. District Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers in Oakland, California. And then let's see. Ortute writes about social media and the internet for the Associated Press. So Barbara Ortute... Yeah, no wonder you can't frickin' write an article. I don't even know if you live here. What the... of course, you've got a Blue Sky and no X account. Yeah, no wonder you write like crap. Bunch of idiots over there. Look, these people here that co-signed on this article, you suck. You suck. Good information here, but your grammar sucks. Anyway, what are you guys saying? Well, hey, at least you know it wasn't written by AI. Well, we actually don't know that. Well, actually... Yeah, no, we do, because AI wouldn't have done grammar mistakes, right? It wouldn't have made grammar mistakes. The power of the comma. Seriously. I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet one more time. I'm sorry, Mama. What? Sure, Tyler, just stay out of my closet. There'd be skeletons in there. You got skeletons in your closet. Brother, you died. I did die. I died because I be speaking the truth, and it's funny that people be calling me a grifter. You get this right, guys. I'm a grifter, apparently. There's people that call me a grifter. Meanwhile, they do all the things that grifters do, like say things that they don't actually mean, in order to get some sort of status or monetary gain from it. But I'm the grifter for what? Wanting to talk about news and have a community? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It just seems like jealousy to me at the end of the day. Just seems like jealousy to me. If I ever become a grifter, it would be plainly obvious because I don't like to lie, and you'd see it on my face. You'd be able to see it on my face. I don't like to lie. If I feel like I'm lying, I will either not say anything at all, or I will eventually just come clean because I don't like to lie. I'm not the person to come to with secrets. Don't come to me with secrets. I don't like holding secrets. I like everything being out in the open. I like everything being out laid in front of us, so we can sit there and decide what's real and what's fake. But of course, other people don't like that and instead want to try to defame me and demean my character because they don't like that I handle things in an appropriate way. They rather me pick a side or pick a clique or play politics with communities and actual politics. And I say fuck you to that. Because I am here for truth, I'm here for reality, and I'm here to get down to what's actually going on in the world. I don't care about this other stuff. If I stay at under 1,000 followers for the next 10 years, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. All I care about is having the conversation with people. All I care about is getting these videos out and talking about things, sharing my opinion, putting my thoughts and opinions out into the ethos. Or was it about your thumbs? Was it about the shake weight thing yesterday? Was the Tim... yes, Shitty there's always issues over there, but you know what? It's ultimately come down to jealousy, is what I've found. It's ultimately come down to jealousy. They don't like the success that I have found in the short amount of time that I've been here. You look at other people within the community, and I have far surpassed them, especially on Rumble, and I'm sure it irks some of them. But you know what? making me an enemy isn't going to benefit anyone. Making me an enemy doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit me. And if you are so jealous of my success, why don't you try working with me, and then maybe you can share in some of that success. But these people don't think like that. They rather get selfish, and they rather try to take me down instead of build up with me. That's what these people do. It's Democrat tactics all over again. You're doing a great job, dude. I really appreciate your content, and I know, and that's why it doesn't actually bother me at the end of the day, because I know that these people are just sad excuses for human beings, and they're just projecting. So every time they say something about me, every time they say something that I'm doing when I'm not actually doing it, they're just projecting. That's actually what they're doing. And I am venting a little bit because it's ridiculous that I'm expected to sit here and just take it while they sit there and lie about me. It's ridiculous. I know I'm doing good, and I'm going to continue to do good work, and they can get madder and madder as I do it. That's what I think. That's what I think at the end of the day. You know what I also think? I think it's ridiculous with this Diddy case. I think this Diddy case is ridiculous. Hang on. Let's check out this Diddy case, guys. Or here, let's do an ad read, because it is the start of the month now. Oh yeah, your success also. Look, I've had quite a bit of success this year. Like, it is not easy to get channels up off the ground, and thanks to you guys and Rumble, I am far past what I thought I would ever get to. The goal was to get 500 subscribers and 500 followers on Rumble and YouTube by the end of the year. I'm now at 862 for Rumble. I'm at 452 for YouTube. I'm almost there for YouTube, guys. If you're not following me on YouTube yet, please go subscribe on YouTube. Not saying to watch me on YouTube. I know a lot of you don't like YouTube. I don't blame you. They censored me this morning apparently for one of my transgender videos. But please go and subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the year. And that's my goal for the year. You guys have helped me get my goal, and it's I'm doing a lot better than a lot of these people. I've seen accounts on here that are years old, and I'm past them. So I must be doing something right. Can we get a West Coast, East Coast rap battle in the Timcast server? Well, obviously that would have to be between Joey and I. Obviously that would be a Joey and I thing. So we'll have to figure that out. Shitty Gov, why don't you hit up Joey and tell him that I challenge him to a rap battle. Even though I have never rapped before. I can sing a little bit. Like I can sing along to songs, and I used to do I'm actually a theater kid. So I know how to act. I know how to sing a little bit. I also know how to dance. But what's called dancing a little bit harder now because I have my back injury, but I could still move. I could still get a move on. Heard it here first, folks. Rap battle incoming. Yeah, I challenge Joey to a rap battle. We'll see how it goes. I'm down for it. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Maybe tomorrow on Nightcap, I'll hit him up because I'm supposed to go on Thursdays. So maybe a Thursday rap battle. I don't know. I feel like I need to prepare a little bit for that. I need a beat. Need to make a beat. I'll probably use Suno to make a beat, and then I'll have to write lyrics. We'll have to plan it out. Maybe next week. Tomorrow might be too soon. I'll talk to Joey about it though. You know what I'll also talk about though is Rumble Premium, guys. Rumble Premium is where it's at. If you don't already know, you've probably already noticed, but Rumble is growing fast and it's not slowing down. They're building a real alternative to big tech that puts creators first and actually protects free speech. And there's Rumble Premium, an easy way to upgrade your experience. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content that you came for. Plus, Premium members unlock exclusive content like bonus videos, behind-the-scenes drops, and more from your favorite creators. Right now, Rumble is offering $10 off an annual subscription. Just go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO at checkout. That's rumble.com/premium, promo code STUDIO. No ads, more freedom, and content you actually care about. That's the deal. Guys, if you're not already, please support Rumble. Support it by getting Rumble Premium. Every time you send me a Rumble rant, Rumble takes a cut, so you're supporting me and Rumble. Every time you gift subs, you're not only supporting me, but you're also supporting Rumble. So all these good things, man. All these great things. All right, all right. Thank you guys for listening to that ad. I see you guys talking in the chat some more. Bach, I'm not gonna name names because they're not worth my time. They're not worth my time at the end of the day. I just needed to vent a little bit. I got the vent out. We're good. I don't need to name names. They know who they are and they're scumbags. Heard it here first, folks. Rap battle incoming. Hell yeah. Clip. Oh no, he's gonna hold me to it. He's gonna send it to Joey. You don't write lyrics for a rap battle, do you? I don't know rap. I don't know either. Am I not supposed to? Oh, well, if I can't, then I'm definitely screwed, because Joey will definitely beat me. I was gifted premium for a month on Monday. Hell yeah. Gifted. I didn't know you could gift premium. Are you sure it's not a gifted sub? I thought you could only gift subs. How did someone send you premium? I think you think it is supposed to be off the top of my head? Well, crap. Okay. Well, Joey Cannoli, the man's a phony. Man got me. The man smells like baloney. Yeah, see, like I can't. I'm just gonna laugh at myself. Anyway, yeah, it's a waste of time, Bach. I needed to vent a little bit. We're good. Let's move on here. I don't know for sure. Shitty Gov, I can't comment on that. No. Yeah, you weren't supposed to name names. All the names appear right here, Shitty Gov. So I said I wasn't gonna name names, and you're naming names, brother. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Good start. Joey Cannoli, the man's a phony. Man sitting here smelling like baloney. I don't know. Some days Joey be sitting on that couch. He might smell like baloney. What do I know? What I do know is that we have this article from the Post Millennial. So Post Millennial is posting here. Looks like Diddy could face 11 years in prison as prosecutors claim he is unrepentant. Consistent with those cases and based on corroborated evidence presented in the trial, this court should impose a sentence of no less than 135 months of imprisonment, which I'm assuming is up to 11 years, or around 11 years. The Department of Justice has requested that Sean Diddy Combs be sentenced to just over 11 years or 135 months in prison after the hip-hop mogul was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution in July. Combs' sentencing is set for October 3rd. The Tuesday filing from the Department of Justice stated that the defendant will not be punished for any crimes of which he was acquitted, of course, but punishment for his crimes of conviction must take into account the manner in which he committed them. His crimes of conviction are serious and have warranted sentences over 10 years in multiple cases for defendants who, like Sean Combs, engaged in violence and put others in fear. Consistent with those cases and based on the corroborated evidence presented at trial, this court should impose a sentence of no less than 135 months imprisonment. Oh, whoa. The DOJ, look, they're trying to take me out, guys. The DOJ stated that such a substantial prison term is needed in the case because the defendant is unrepentant. Incredibly, while the defendant conceded his acts of violence and abuse throughout the trial, he now argues that his victims should shoulder the blame. The defendant tries to recast decades of abuse as simply the function of mutually toxic relationships, but there is nothing mutual about a relationship where one person holds all the power and others end up bloodied and bruised. Yeah, like what? Sean Diddy Combs is a powerful celebrity. Like, what you're saying that you had an abusive girlfriend, you guys abused each other? Sure, buddy. Sure. I doubt it. Why was there no evidence of that during the trial, huh? You're just saying stuff, Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy did it. Diddy did do it. The filing included victim impact statements, including from ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who testified during the trial while 9 months pregnant about the most traumatic and horrifying chapter in her life. She wrote, "I testified that from age 19, Sean Combs used violence, threats, substances, and control over my career to trap me in over a decade of abuse. He groomed me into performing repeated sex acts with hired male sex workers during multi-day freak-offs, which occurred nearly weekly. I was forced into lingerie and heels, told exactly how to look, and plied with drugs and alcohol so he can control me like a puppet. These events were degrading and disgusting, leaving me with infections, illnesses, and days of physical and emotional exhaustion before he demanded it all again. Sex acts became my full-time job, used as the only way to stay in his good graces. She later added, I still have nightmares and flashbacks on a regular, everyday basis, and continue to require psychological care to cope with my past. My worries that Sean Combs or his associates will come after me and my family is my reality. I have, in fact, moved my family out of New York area and am keeping as private and quiet as I possibly can because I'm so scared that if he walks free, his first actions will be swift retribution towards me and others who spoke up about his abuse at trial. I don't know if 11 years is enough. I mean, he's being convicted on multiple sex crimes and abuse crimes and assault and all sorts of things, and he's only getting 11 years. It seems like another case of a celebrity getting, a slap on the wrist when he should be getting a book thrown at him. I'll never understand that. You would think that they would make examples out of these celebrities because they're so well known, right? Like, think about this. What sets a better precedent? To have a celebrity get a slap on the wrist and get the lowest charge possible for a crime, or a celebrity that a lot of people know about getting the book thrown at them and then getting that plastered all over the news everywhere. I guarantee you people would think twice about committing whatever crime he was convicted on. They'd be like, oh crap, so-and-so got hit on that and he got the book thrown at him. Let's not do that. But then people online, they see this and they're like, oh, 11 years for doing all that? Oh, I could do that too. Because people are scumbags and they need a reason not to commit crimes. People need a reason not to commit crimes. That's just the sad reality of this world. And things like this just incentivize people to go and commit more crimes. This guy will be out in 11 years. He will be out in 11 years, maybe sooner because of good behavior, depending on good behavior. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't like it one bit. So you can engage in prostitution if you don't transport them? Right, like, should be more time, but at least he didn't walk. Yeah, at least he did not walk. That's the silver lining here, right? Don't comment, Tyler. Let us spill the tea. Focus on your upcoming rap battle. Oh, no. How come that lady didn't come forward sooner? 10 years is a long time. Well, I don't know. There's probably lots of reasons for that, Shitty Gov. Did you see what happened to the chick in the hotel? Yeah, see, that's a good point right there. There have been people that try to speak out, just like the Epstein stuff, but these people are in powerful positions, and they're able to silence you. They're able to silence you. Is that why the Top Hat boys don't ever let the girls get in the car? I don't know what the Top Hat boys are, Son of Wiggum. I might be too young for that. I don't know. I do not know. What I do know is that we're going to move on to the next story. We're going to move on to the next story. Pimps. Oh, pimps. Right? Pimping, brother. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this was a crazy story. So this is not in the United States. This is in... what is this? Is this the Swedes? Well, yeah, it's saying in pounds. Yes, these are the Swedes. This is a story from Sweden, but it's still crazy. So let's talk about it. Got this crazy story out of Sweden from Fox News. Apparently, criminal gangs are now recruiting teenage girls as assassins and bombers, officials are warning. Girls as young as 15 are offered up to 13,000 pound bounties for hits via social media recruitment. What? Sweden is battling a new type of gang violence where criminals recruit teenage girls to carry out assassinations, arson, and bombings, according to a Telegraph investigation. The report reveals that girls as young as 15, dubbed green women by gang leaders, are lured via social media and promised cash in exchange for deadly tasks. Prosecutor Lisa dos Santos told the UK outlet that gangs exploit a blind spot where girls were initially overlooked by investigators. Bounties of up to $17,500 are offered for successful hits, while even less risky roles such as preparing makeshift napalm bombs can earn thousands. Once enlisted, recruits rarely meet the masterminds behind the crimes, instead receiving instructions through handlers online. Many appear eager to prove they are ruthless, if not more so, than their male equivalents. One case cited by the Telegraph involved a 17-year-old Swedish girl, Olivia, who was filmed delivering a bag of explosive materials for a petrol bomb attack. Recruited over social media, she bought the ingredients for the firebomb and passed them to 2 male associates. Hours later, after news of the attack broke, she texted her boyfriend that the job had gone okay. For her role in the arson, she received 1-year prison sentence. What? Okay, first of all, why are none of these people designated domestic terrorists? And second of all, 1 year? I can make a bomb in Sweden and get 1 year in prison. I can make a bomb in Sweden, pass it off to someone, knowing they're about to go use it, and I get 1 year in prison. What a joke. What a joke. Hours later, after the attack broke, Stockholm prosecutor Ida Arnell described how a 15-year-old girl was asked whether she wanted a fire at a rival's door or his head and chose the head. Wanted to fire at a rival's door or his head and chose the head. Wow, okay. In 2023 alone, 280 girls aged 15 to 17 were charged with violent offenses, including murder and manslaughter. Authorities believe the true figure linked to organized crime is likely much higher, with many cases left unprosecuted. In the Telegraph's report, Justice Minister Gunnar Strömmer also acknowledged the trend as a major challenge in Sweden, noting that the girls are much more widespread in criminal networks than previously thought. What is going on in Sweden, guys? I mean, look, they're not prosecuting these people. They're not designating them terrorists. They're using social media. How are they able to use social media and not have the police flag that? Like, how is that not getting flagged to police? Bitches be crazy only if you have a JJ. Okay. You guys dropping bars in the chat, I see. Okay. No, seriously. Bitches be crazy, apparently. And of course, these criminals aren't going to get caught because they're probably using aliases online, and then they're having them go to drop locations and stuff. It's ridiculous. You can go to prison for life in Sweden, and this bitch gets out after a year. Literally. People can be sent to prison in Sweden for the most, like, benign things, and then this chick, she literally makes a bomb and hands it to someone to go and use, and she gets 1